Time to get cooking here. This is actually a recipe a friend of mine introduced me to several weeks ago. It looks healthy, right? So I'm talking carrots, but then we kind of go unhealthy because we're going to throw some bacon on this. It's bacon-wrapped carrots. Got some here in my air fryer right now, so we can take them out and show it to you when we're done, because they do take about 10 minutes or so to cook. The ingredients are very, very simple with this. Of course, it's just carrots. As you see there inside my bowl, wearing gloves because I'm, of course, touching raw meat right now. But carrots, and if I were you, I would get the big carrots that you see here kind of inside my bowl, and I'll show you more here when I grab one in just a second, because they're going to be a whole lot better, give you some more crunch, and of course be a little more fulfilling. Toothpicks, because we're going to serve with toothpicks. And then when it comes to a glaze we're going to make, it is just going to be maple syrup inside there. That's a real maple syrup, and some brown sugar that we're going to kind of mix together. And if you want to add more flavor to this, you can actually go throw in some bourbon in there too. Of course, it will burn off and evaporate when you throw it into your oven. So what I've got here is some bacon. I would go with maybe not the most expensive bacon, but not the cheapest, because cheaper bacon can be kind of hard to work with. Doesn't peel as well. So for example, as you see here, I grab that piece of bacon and it comes right off just like that. But just go ahead and grab you several pieces of bacon that you see there, and grab your knife and work on the best you can to cut this into 3 equal sections, because one piece of bacon is too much, a half is too much, a third is going to be just right, especially for those bigger carrots. So just kind of take your knife, and of course be very careful with using your knife, and just cut your bacon again into about 3 equal sections. And once that's a done deal, and my carrots are done over here in the air fryer, so that's good news there. So once that's all said and done, then just kind of take your bacon pieces and begin to separate them into their individual little slices that you have now made. And that's all that's really required when it comes to your bacon. Very, very simple. Then you just grab yourself a carrot, and what you're going to do is wrap the bacon around the carrot. You don't need to use a toothpick or anything like that. The bacon will stick to itself, unfortunately say so, because of the fat there and kind of the stickiness of the fat. So then you'll just take your carrot and roll that piece of bacon right around it, just like so. And as you see there, it just sticks together, and you continue that process. So take your piece of bacon, take your carrot, and wrap it up just like so. Not a very hard process to do, very, very easy to do, and this is actually a very easy recipe. It doesn't require a lot, makes for an absolutely fantastic appetizer, and you'll probably impress your friends and family when you make this at a party or something like that this summer, because probably they have never heard of a bacon wrapped carrot. So I've got a couple wrapped there already, as you see. After that, what you're going to do now is begin to add equal parts of your maple syrup and then your brown sugar into the bowl. So I've already kind of got some made here, but not enough with these. So you just take your maple syrup, and you don't want it to be too liquidy. I mean, as you see there, maple syrup is very liquidy. That's where you're going to add the brown sugar into this. And by adding your brown sugar, that'll kind of thicken it up a little bit, make it a little bit into a paste. So once you add your brown sugar in there, then you kind of give things a stirring. Now, you are not going to add this onto your carrots yet. You're going to cook your carrots there in the oven, or if you have an air fryer, you can do it like I've done with my air fryer. You're going to put it in your air fryer at about 350 for probably about 10 minutes, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. Watch them though, because you don't want to fully cook that bacon just yet, because you're going to put them back in there and cook some more. And the reason that you do that is if you go ahead and put this mixture on top right now, yes, it will cook, but the thing is, it may over caramelize and start to burn the sugar, which you absolutely do not want to do. You don't want to burn your sugar, because that's bad flavor. So that's why you put the bacon on it first, and then let it cook that way. And what's going to happen is that fat's going to begin to render out of the bacon. You're going to start kind of softening up your carrot at the same time as you're cooking it. That carrot's going to kind of pull in some of that bacon flat flavor into it, because why do you want the flavor of carrot? You want the flavor of bacon. And then after it's all said and done, you take them out. You put a little bit of the glaze there that you have just made on top, again with a splash of bourbon if you'd like, to give that extra level of flavor. Put it back into your air fryer, and once you do that, you're going to put it back in for probably maybe about 3 or 4 more minutes at about 350, again making sure that you're not burning anything. So after that's all said and done, of course you want to serve these up in some kind of nice fashion, right? So I forgot my oven mitt, but a paper towel works. So there are the bacon-wrapped carrots. Let me kind of get some room here, but also at the same time, don't want to cross-contaminate since there's still raw bacon here on my platter. But what you're going to do after that, grab my little slate here, is when you begin to serve these, find a fun way to serve them on a platter or something like that. But of course, these are going to be on the warm side. So what you're going to do as you're taking them here off your air fryer sheet or whatever you have, put some toothpicks into them. That will then kind of make this more of a finger food, because as you can imagine, these are going to be a little bit there on the sticky side from having the maple syrup, which is, of course, as you know, sugar, and of course the brown sugar on there too. So once you kind of get a nice platter all set up, you send them out with their toothpicks, and there you are, bacon-wrapped carrots with a bit of a maple syrup and brown sugar glaze. We'll let Ron try these out, and the studio too. I'll keep making more for you folks here in the break.